La 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 la. What's going on, people? Alright, so today I'm gonna be doing a video about the homie Nipsey Hussle, right? So as you know, or if you haven't heard, Nipsey Hussle, he was killed, I believe it was the 31st of March 2019, and he was shot 6 times by something that they said appeared to be gang related or gang affiliated type of situation. I think that the whole situation, number one, sketchy. Number two, he was supposed to be releasing a documentary about Dr. Sebi. Now, I've been watching Dr. Sebi videos since 2009, 2010, and I'm sure people have been watching them before me, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is that we're talking about Nipsey Hussle, why he died, and how people respond to it. I was on Facebook, I was just watching the responses to people, and a lot of people like, oh, I felt this, Nipsey is such a good dude, he was trying to do so much in the community, yada yada yada, right? So now I know when Nipsey Hussle, I was not a fan of his music. I didn't take the time to listen to his music. So I know when, or reading the posts and things like that, that it's a common theme about people. They feel like when a celebrity dies, they feel like they're a part of the death. Meanwhile, the people in their community, they die, they get killed, robbed, shot, X, Y, and Z every day. I don't want to make it a culture thing. I don't want to make it about black versus white. I don't want to do that. But I will say something about black people, Afro-Americans, brown people, however you want to label yourself, right? We are the only group of people that have not seemed to understand the concept that 2 heads is better than 1, right? And we need each other to survive. It takes a village to raise a child, right? Everybody has to put in input in raising a child. That's an old mantra that was held by tribes. Back to Nipsey. So Nipsey dies because he was trying to put out a documentary on Dr. Sebi. For those of you who don't know, Dr. Sebi was a doctor, clearly. He was a holistic healer, and he was interested in healing a lot of the man-made ailments homeopathically and naturally. Dr. Sebi, he talks about the types of foods you're supposed to eat, the types of foods that are natural, the types of foods that are from God, from the earth, and the types of foods that are man-made, that are acidic and poisonous to your body. Dr. Sebi, he was known to have cured a variety of diseases. This is something that's not common knowledge, but it can become a problem when it becomes common knowledge because, let's just say it's a machine, right? And all parts of the machine work in generating, our government has a lot of arms in ways that they generate money from us. Now, we're consumers, we buy things, we shop, we take medicine, of course, we eat food, and everything is all interconnected. So just think about it like this, right? You eat McDonald's, you keep eating McDonald's every day, you get sick. You get sick, you gotta go to the doctor for, yo, get out, come on, I can't do the snoring, man. This is my man right here, he sleeps like he works a 50-hour week job. So the government, so you eat McDonald's, and you get sick. You keep eating McDonald's to the point where you get sick. You get artery clog up, yada, yada, yada. Then you gotta go to the doctor. You go to the doctor, and then the doctor gives you medicine. Now, the doctor doesn't give you medicine to heal you. He gives you medicine to fix you for a moment until it comes back. And that whole system is how the machine continues to run. You get sick, you go back. You get sick, you go back. You get sick, you go back. Because if you're healthy, I can't make money off you. If I make you, just like education, if I make you smart, I cannot control you anymore. If you're a healthy person, I cannot control you anymore. So this is about a control thing. So Dr. Sebi, he put all this information out, and he was getting ready to do something else, and they killed him. Nipsey was doing the same thing, and they killed him. That's long story short. Now, I don't want to go too far away from the point of what I was trying to focus on, which is black people need to unite. There's no other way to put it. All of the other ethnic groups, they found a way to make it work. White people, they stab each other in the back, but they're always resourceful and they always help network and help each other build. Hispanic people, you could see the same thing. Be 15 of them living in one house. Rent's low, everything, we're all the family. Africans are exclusionary to black people. Africans are the same way. They usually, and there's a lot of different countries in the continent of Africa. So Africa is not just one thing, because there's Senegalese, there's people from Congo, there's Nigerians, there's There's a lot of different cultures in Africa, but Africans and the distinct ethnicities inside Africa, they generally stick together as well. Black people, African Americans, to a degree, some Caribbeans, which include Jamaicans, Haitians, Dominicans, Trinidadians, yada yada yada. They are somewhat a little bit on the path of being together, but nothing like the other ethnicities, the whites, the Hispanics, the Latinos, the Caucasian, the European, the Asian, et cetera, et cetera. So the point of this video is that I just want to know, when are we going to wake up? When are we going to understand what is really going on? It's still a system of, what are you wearing? What party are you going to? Who has the best car? Who drives, you know what I mean? Like, who has the most money? It's not about any of that. Money you can get all the time, whether you know it or not. Clothes, etc., you can get it all the time, whether you know it or not. Time, you cannot. The people, like, when you shoot somebody, you kill them, that's it. Why is my brother, and I mean that, my brother who doesn't like me, who thinks I'm in opposition, and why is he trying to hold me up? Why is he trying to stop me in my path of advancement? Why am I trying to do it to him? Oh, he a hater, I'm not gonna help him rise. He trying to hate on me, I'm not gonna help him rise. F that. That's a cycle. That cycle is a negative cycle. It breeds. There has to be a stop of the cycle. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. I'm not even saying it's going to happen in my lifetime or your lifetime or your children's. Or I'm not saying that's going to happen. But I'm saying is that something has to be done to put the wheels in motion. We all we got. And to be honest with you, we're the human race. The people, like, when you fill out applications, watch the confusion. When you fill out an application, they say check which race that you're a part of. Or ethnic group, race or ethnic group. There's only one race, human race, that's it, human race. So if you think about it like this, we're all interconnected, white, blacks, blue, green, everybody, all interconnected. If somebody dies, one soul dies, we all feel that, whether you're conscious of it or not, we all feel that. When one person is putting a thought of positivity in the universe, it helps. When a person is putting a thought of fear and negativity in the universe, it hurts. Collectively, you might not feel it because we tend to live in our own worlds. We're very egocentric. What does that mean? Egocentric means we feel like the world revolves around us. I've done it. I'm sure you've done it. I'm sure anybody else could attest to say that this is a fact. We all feel like the universe revolves around us. And the trick is that we have to now be conscious and cognizant of how our daily actions, our thoughts, our speech, everything, how it affects other people. Because whether we know it or not, our thoughts manifest. I know this is the conscious time where everybody's waking up like, oh, attraction and da-da-da-da, but our thoughts are energy. Our vibrations are energy. We're all energy. And the way that this is set up, this world that we're in, the way it's set up is the energy that you put out is the energy that you're going to get back. So if you're stopping somebody from advancing, right? And you might not think that it has nothing to do with any part of your life, that energy is going to come back around to get you. I promise it will. Whether you know it or not. Like, oh, why am I so sick all the time? Or why have I been getting into accidents all the time? Why am I being denied jobs, positions, and potential opportunities? Why is nobody really messing with me? Why did my girlfriend cheat on me? Why is my kids not... All of these things are interconnected because the energy that you put out is the energy that you get back, whether you are aware of it or not. That's a universal law. So I feel like I was ranting a lot, but the purpose of this video is to say RIP to Nipsey, but don't jump on the bandwagon like, oh, I felt this. That does something to me because it's almost not, it's as fake as everything else. It's that fake love thing. Fake love is the new love. So you say, oh, Nipsey, this, that, and the third, and then you're gonna still hurt your family members. You're still gonna not speak to the aunt that cheated on you 3 years ago. You're still not gonna mess with your cousins, your distant cousins, because they think they better than you. That type of consciousness and mentality keeps the entire the entire ethnic group or the culture down. Just think about it like this. If we're in a collective group, right, and we're all working for a purpose, all it takes is one negative thing to mess up the entire circle. So you have 10 people working on building a bridge. You need all 10 people. All it takes is one negative mind say, you know what, I'm not doing this, and he leaves. The whole bridge is going to collapse because of that one mind. It's like don't let one sour apple mess up the bunch. And the sour apple could mess up the bunch. But just think about it like this, and I learned this from Will Smith. It was an interview with Will Smith, and Will Smith was saying, if we're on a treadmill together, right? Will Smith is saying him. So as Will Smith is on a treadmill and another person's on the treadmill at the same time, he said 2 things are going to happen. 1, you're getting off the treadmill before me. 2, I'm going to die on the treadmill. Now that might have flown over your head. What does that mean? That means that he's so convicted. He's so into what he believes that he's willing to die for it, because he's not going to let you outwork him. You're not going to outwork me. I'm willing to die for that, because that's how firmly I believe you can't outwork me. Your hustle is not stronger than mine. Why? You're sleeping. You're taking naps. You're on Facebook all day. You're watching Love and Hip Hop. You're watching all of this but then you want to say you're not happy with your life. You're not happy with what's going on, but I'm going on a tangent, but it's all interconnected. We have to start living what we believe, and I mean really living it. Like, we have to start having a conviction where I'm willing to die for what I believe in. I'm willing to die for the mentality that we need unity. I'm willing to die for that because that's something I firmly believe. I've always believed it. I've always believed that. Like, why families are so dysfunctional? Why friends hate on each other? Why cousins don't? Why all? I firmly believe that. I'm willing to die for that. And I could say it and not feel away. Once you have that strong conviction, it's just different, man, and it uplifts everybody. It's just gonna keep working like that. It's just gonna keep working like that. But long story short, black people, we need to wake up. Wake up. Everything is happening around you. Get out of the TV. Get off the social media. Limit yourself to social media 30 minutes a day. And that's still a lot. 30 minutes a day, though, because you can take your other free time and do other things. You can start working on that business. You can start writing ideas down. You can start progressing. You can start trying to help your partner. Your partner could try to start helping you because we have time freed up. We got to start freeing up the time up here so that we can move. Thinking the negative thoughts and thinking these things about people, it doesn't help, man. So I feel like I was ranting. I'm going to stop there. You already know what it is. I'm going to leave a link in the description. If you're interested in this tee, because I think this is hard. I want you to see this right here. I want you to really see this. Look at this shirt. I want you to see it, right? You see it, right? Check it out one more time. Okay, let me give you the back. Let me give you the back shot. Can you see the back? I don't know if you can see it, but you know, I snapping them, of course, on this side, right? Black people, you need to understand this right here. If you're interested in this, because I think this is heat. This speaks volumes. If you're interested in this, there should be a link. It should be a link in the description below, or you can comment anything like that. Send me an email, DM, whatever. This is something we all need to be wearing. But before you need to wear it, you need to embody this. We on the same team, bruh. We're on the same mother effing team. It makes no sense that we are trying to act like if I get ahead, I'm better than you. No, if I get ahead, it's my responsibility to help you get ahead. Why? Because that's the universe. That's a universal principle. Give to receive. Giving is always better than receiving. It's much better. If you bought me a Bentley today, I might be like, yo, I'm hype. I got a Bentley. If I bought you a Bentley, it's almost tenfold the amount of satisfaction that I'm going to get from seeing you happy. You got to understand that concept and that principle. And when you do, I guess things in life, they kind of will, work themselves out. And I'm not saying this is going to happen overnight because I know better, but it's just something to keep in mind. With that being said, subscribe, yada, 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 and you already know. Beep.